Hello, welcome to New Camera Part 3, accessories. Um, I laugh because there were times when I bought a camera and I'm just going to get the camera, that's all I need, it's everything I need. No, it's not. Anytime you buy these suckers, especially if it's just not non-bundled, you get the accessories. That's why I always suggest that you also look at the bundles. So sometimes those bundles are a pretty good deal. And when I talk about accessories, I'm talking about different things. And the first one, you should always make sure, well, you want to make sure you have battery. Battery, there's different sizes. This is one of them. This is a little tiny battery for one of my cameras. And they could be, there's something that looks like a brick. I'm not kidding you. Some of the Canon video cameras, they are about that thick and this tall, and you put it on there, and but they are getting smaller. They're getting smaller because it's becoming more newer technology. But batteries are definitely something you want to think about, especially if you're traveling. If you're going to travel, like go to Europe, or you're going to go to some other places, you want to make sure you have plenty of batteries. Some cameras take regular batteries as well. You need to find out how quick are they, or how long lasting, I should say, of those batteries of regular. If you get like just AA batteries, for example, how long would that last? Remember I said in the last video, this one takes AAA batteries. It's a good couple hours on it, but that's about it. So you want to make sure you have enough battery. In addition to that, if you're going to go to Europe, you're going to want to make sure that you have the proper power supply or a plug like this. Now this camera, this is one of my old cameras, this one comes with, one thing I hate about it is you have to take the battery out of the camera to charge it into one of these. Yeah, it's a little bit of a pain in the bush, as Colonel Potter says in MASH, it's a pain in the bourgeois. Because you have to put it in here, and you slide it in here, and you plug it in, and that means when you leave for a trip, you have to take this with you. I had to take this with me on one trip. It was a pain in the, you know what. So, but still, because these batteries at the time were almost like $80, $90, and right now you probably get it for like $25 or $15. But you know, when you do buy these, by the way, make sure you get to stay with the brand quality. Try not to go generic, because those generic could mean problem for your camera. Okay, so be really careful with that. Again, some cameras come with their own power charger. Some Canon does that sometimes. I know almost all the video cameras, they do that. Well, they used to. Let me take that back. Because most of those cameras have changed so much in technology, you can just plug it into the charger to the camera. And that's what this new one does. This one I can plug directly into the camera and just charge it, because it's built, the battery's built in, it's in the chips. So that's one. So the one Europe, if you're going to Europe, this plug will not work. You gotta get the kit, or switch out kit. Okay? So make sure you do that when you travel, before you travel. Don't want to spend that much money in Europe, because it can charge you an arm and a leg. The other thing that you want to look at, oh, by the way, bags. Always have bags for your camera. Never, ever, ever, ever take the camera out of the house or your office, whatever it is, without being in a bag. Your chance of dropping that is like 1 in 100. And as it drops, boom, it's gone. It's shattered. Gone. Okay? So please, please, please make sure you get a bag. Some kind of bag like these. They come in all sizes, and video cameras especially. Make sure you do that. So get the bag. Best Buy has bags. Target even has camera bags. There's a lot of places to do. The other thing you need to look for is memory. Memory. And I mentioned it before. There are different kinds of memory. And you have to look at the box of what they say and what they require. Remember when I said of this one, it says supports high capacity. Supports mean you can use regular. This one requires a high capacitor. So I had to buy it, and that's what this is. Now, The memory for cameras, and this includes video cameras now. If you're going to video, there's no more tapes. If they are, it's because you got an old model. Tapes are becoming obsolete. So be prepared for that. Actually, it's already here. These replace the film and the tapes. Okay? So funny. I had a good friend of my sister who was trying to learn new digital camera, and she goes, "Where's the film?" I said, "Right here." And she said, don't BS with me. This is not film. Where's that film? And it's just incredible. Anyway, but if you notice, this is trying to make it so you guys can see it. That's the memory chip. Okay? You see my finger? That's how small the sucker is. Let me see if I pull it up closer here. See that? That's the memory. That goes into the camera. This is the adapter, so you can take this out of the camera, put it here into the card reader. Okay? They are so small that when you're opening these, I recommend you do it at a table or a desk. So in case you drop it, it drops on the table, not on the floor. Because then you can just easily pick it up with your hand. Don't touch any of the copper or exposed part. Don't touch any of those areas. And put it into the camera correctly. You want to take these adapters with you because if you're off someplace and you have a laptop with you, because the laptop can't read these small ones. Okay? Most computers these days come with card readers built in. You can also get an external card reader. So what happens is when you're ready to take the film from the camera to the computer, you take this memory card and you go on the camera and into the adapter and into the computer. And you just pull off. Okay? Now, size matters in this case. Size matters in here. This is 32 gigabytes. And they come in 4, 8, 12, 32, and now 64. 64 gigabyte is really ideal if you're going on a camping trip or anything. You have to worry about no memory swapping and that kind of stuff. And that includes if you're doing video and pictures and stuff in one camera. The problem is it's very expensive right now. 32 gig does a very good job. And how much can go on here really depends on the settings of the camera. Remember, this one can do 1080, 940, and 720 in moving pictures, and 11, and 8, and 5 in megapixels of the pictures. So, depending on what you have setting on this particular camera to determine how much you can put on here. Okay? Same thing with this one. If you go, whoops, here we go. With this one, depending on the video one, you can probably figure it out. But if you change your megapixel of the still picture, that makes a difference on how much you can store on these. Okay? So this is important. This is very important. If you're going camping, going to Europe, you're going to want to bring a couple of these. You never want to run out of memory when you're taking pictures. Okay? I would also recommend you stay to good brand quality. SanDisk is one of my favorites. It's always been my favorite as far as memory quality for this kind of stuff. Costco carries these, and so does Office Max. There are other ones out there too, but stay with the good brand names. Don't go generic. Don't use an Office Depot brand, or because 9 times out of 10 they're not going to do a very good job or won't last as long. Okay, so always have these with you, but take really good care of them because they can get lost easily. And that's really about it with accessories. Other camera stuff, you have lens. This has a telephoto, and then you have video lens sometimes. There's a Nikon camera that, and actually Nikon and Sony, where you can take the small cameras, but you can take the lens out. So that's new. That's brand new technology. So you can do that. So that's another accessories. Those lenses, I have to warn you up front, when you're getting those kind of changes in lens for those particular cameras, they are very expensive. So you can, again, want to get a good case that can carry those lenses safely. Okay, especially you have to go through airport security, if you're going to be driving or anything like that, you want to take good care of them. Okay. Okay, so that's it for part 3 for accessories, and let's get going to part 4. Hang in there, we're almost done.